Coming up on this week's episode of the Hong Kong Racing Show, Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks winning jockey Jose Ortiz drops in for a chat.
We got a special connection, and as you can see, when we look at each other and we reach at the same time, basically. So I think it was amazing. It's a moment we will remember forever.
Plus all the latest Hong Kong racing news, and we preview this weekend's card at Sha Tin. Welcome along to the Hong Kong Racing Show, and boy, do we have a big show for you coming up. Yes, we have the latest racing news. Yes, we'll preview Sha Tin this weekend and find you a winner or two. And yes, last weekend's Kentucky Derby winning jockey, Jose Ortiz, stops by for a chat about Golden Tempo and much, much more. My regular co-pilot, Alex Evers, is back in his Los Angeles studio after a big week in Louisville. How are things, Alex?
It's good to be home for a couple of days, Brownie. It was lovely to see you and the boys there in the media center at Churchill Downs. We got some good races. I made some donations to the Hong Kong tote system there on Wednesday on the plane, and again on Sunday before the weather delay hit and I had to take some sleep. But here we are again. We're ready. Another week, another races. We got some horses I'm excited to talk about this week, Brownie. A lot of news. It's lovely. I can't wait. Things are still going strong in Hong Kong.
Yeah, it certainly is. We've still got a couple of months left of the season, and things are, still got a Group 1 coming up as well, which is all going to be exciting. So before Jose joins us, here's what's making headlines in Hong Kong racing. And first up, jockey Hugh Bowman has picked up the ride of Japanese contender Rowsham Park in the upcoming Group 1 Champions and Chater Cup. That's in a couple of weeks' time. Huey has won this race twice before, once with Russian Emperor and once with Werther. Alex, a nice pickup ride for Huey, and a horse we saw at Del Mar just a couple of weeks back running second behind Rebels Romance in the Breeders' Cup Turf.
Well, it was more than a few weeks, Brownie. It was probably 2 years, but we love to see it. Rebels Romance had a lot of success at Sha Tin as well. But it brings up into my head, remember the controversy that Matt Chapman in the UK put up about Constitution Hill and letting Ryan Moore ride him, and how Ryan's going to figure out how to beat him when they face each other later in the year? We got a little of that here because Huey has been on Romantic Warrior, training him, track work, barrier trials, keeping the seat warm for J-Mac. But essentially, you got to think he's very, very familiar with the horse, and now he gets a horse that is really, really comfortable with the 2,400 meters. We don't know for Romantic Warrior if this is a bit beyond his reach. Again, last time we talked to Zach about Romantic Warrior, he had all sorts of things to say about the tough ride that Derek gave him when he pushed him for 1,200 meters. And we know horses can't sustain 1,200 meter runs, especially at 2,400 meters. So it's just another layer. It's like the Hong Kong racing parfait, layers on layers on layers on layers. And it creates a lot of really good storylines coming into this race. So, it's not just going to be a walkover for Romantic Warrior. He's going to have to earn the Triple Crown. And Voyage Bubble didn't have a foe like Rowsham Park, or didn't have a Rebels Romance come over. So this is just going to add to the lore and the greatness of Romantic Warrior if he's able to pull it off.
Yeah, well, Romantic Warrior was able to fend off Masquerade Ball, of course, a couple of weeks ago, and has to do it again. Rowsham Park and Huey Bowman couldn't have picked a better jockey, actually, to your point. Having been the exercise rider, or, not the exercise rider, riding Romantic Warrior and all the trials and track work and all that kind of stuff. So you're right. It's going to be a fantastic race. The Champions and Chater Cup coming up towards the end of May. Did I really say it was only a couple of weeks ago that we saw?
Couple of weeks, but we're time traveling in horse racing with all the travel and the races and this, that, the Brownie, do you know who's getting the ride on Deep Monster, the DMM horse, the other one that's coming over? Is it Morera?
Not sure as yet, but I'd have Morera as the favorite.
I would say so too.
Yeah.
I don't know who trains that horse off the top of my head, but again, the Japanese love taking shots at Romantic Warrior.
Yeah, unless they fly in like a Christophe Lemaire or something like that.
Maybe. I don't know off the top of my head who rides that horse, but it's a great race and it's interesting. I can't wait to get out there and see it. Last one for me for the season.
It's going to be great. And just to be clear, Rowsham Park was in the 2024 Breeders' Cup at Del Mar. If I said that was a couple of weeks ago, it must be my Kentucky Derby hangover. We did, of course, see Russian Park just a few months ago too in the HKIR. I won't say a few months ago, I'll say 6 months ago at Sha Tin in HKIR as well in the Hong Kong Cup. All right, also making news is just how hotly contested the Trainers' Championship is at the moment in Hong Kong. Check out the latest standings with Mark Newnham 1 win ahead of Casper Founds and Danny Shum. You wouldn't even rule out 13-time champion John Size at this point too, even though he's 8 wins adrift back in 6th place on 44 wins for the season. He always comes home with a flurry. Alex, this is going to be another exciting race within the races.
Yeah, and I think it's going to come up to who's got the horses in the right class system, and if they hit their limits, and who's got the new horses coming into the stables, the 3-year-olds and the horses for next season, and how they perform, first up and early on in their preparation for next year. It's the trainer standings are always fun to follow here. The jockey standing is not so much. Zach is a clear runaway at this point. But a few years ago, I was watching, staying up to the last possible race to watch Francis win it on the last race. It was super entertaining, much like the IJC quals this year. So just one more thing for us to keep our eyes on here as we get later in the season.
No, for sure. Most of those trainers at the top of that tally that we just saw there, striking at Sha Tin during the week, the midweek meeting at Sha Tin, the all dirt card. And we'll have our Sha Tin preview for this weekend coming up a little later. But firstly, it is time to bring in our very, very special guest, jockey Jose Ortiz. Well, we are absolutely stoked to welcome Jose Ortiz into the show for the first time. Jose, welcome, and how's life been treating you as a Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks winning jockey the last few days?
Thank you. Yeah, it's been treating me amazing. A lot of interviews. I've been busy, but that goes with being the winner, and I'm just very happy we got that.
What's the craziest thing that might have happened to you since you win aboard Golden Tempo in the Kentucky Derby on Saturday?
Just how many people is congratulating me, and how many people want to do interviews and calls and text messages. It's been insane.
Have you got a celebratory drink of choice when you go out and celebrate big wins like that?
No, I don't go out. I stay home.
Okay. Surely you went to Jeff Ruby's.
Nah, that day I went to a China buffet because it was so late. And then I'm with the kids, with my mom and dad. So we wanted to get something to eat quickly and go home to lay down. It was a long day.
Yeah. So I don't feel bad getting Taco Bell then.
No, 1 year I think the year I won the Oaks, I got Popeyes.
Well, hopefully you've been able to celebrate with a lot of Hildebrand ice cream.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hey, I want to ask you about that moment in the race that's just gone absolutely viral on social media in the days after. The moment you and your brother Irad reach out for each other, almost in unison after crossing the wire. It's sportsmanship at its finest. It's brotherly love at its best. What did Irad say to you in that moment? And looking back, how special is it that he was the first to be able to congratulate you?
No, at that moment, he just screamed my name. Because I think he was like, come on, like you beat me, like he just screamed my name. And then when we pull up the horses and he came to me, he said that he was very happy for me, that I deserved the win. That was about it. And it was a beautiful moment. Me and Ira has been raised together almost like twins because we are only 14 months apart. So we got a special connection, and as you can see, when we look at each other and we reach at the same time, basically. So I think it was amazing. It's a moment we will remember forever.
It was unbelievable.
It was incredible. I've photographed the head-on for 10 years in a row, waiting for a high-five shot like that, and the only thing I got was Irad and Johnny V in the Oaks. It killed me not to be head-on for that moment, but happy for you.
That was a good one, though.
It was really good. was kind of heartbreaking not to have that picture on my camera. But speaking of your brother, and Wayne Lucas always told me, he's like, the Derby you start your run at the kitchen. And when you started your run back there on Golden Tempo, it looked like once you saw Irad on Renegade, it looked like he gave you a perfect run into the race and just took you right there to the 3/16th pole. When you saw those Rapoli silks in your brother, was that kind of the plan all along, was to get on his back, knowing he'd take you there to the wire?
Yeah. When I did see him passing the 5A pole, that I was like, okay, look who is in front of me. So I was very happy to follow him because obviously Renegade is a very nice horse. And yeah, he took me all the way to the wire.
There's a former Hong Kong champion jockey called Shane Dye. Not sure if you're aware of him, Jose, but he's just written an article for Idle Horse today. I'll share it with you afterwards in case you want to read it. But he describes your ride as a masterclass, and that perhaps some of the best jockeys in the world at the moment are riding in America. He said that your ride showed total confidence and trust in your horse to stay that patient so far back. How much confidence did you have in Golden Tempo?
A lot. I mean, I've been riding the horse. I know what he was capable of. And I thought that last time when he ran in the Louisiana Derby, it was a speedy track and it played against him because he's a deep closer. So I knew coming into this race, bigger field, more distance, a lot of horses were they're not going to handle the 1.25 miles. I knew that going in. I knew my horse would. So on my mind, I was like, all right, I just want to let him get into a good rhythm the first half and start picking it up the second half. So that's what I did. And, the horse responded really, really good in the second turn. And the other ones, they went too fast early on and they weren't able to handle the 1.25 miles, just like I thought.
Yeah. There's some pretty incredible stats that I got from Total Performance data, which I thought were amazing. Alex, listen to these. Top speed in the race, Golden Tempo was 18th for top speed. Late speed, Golden Tempo was first. Average speed, Golden Tempo was first. Longest average stride length, Golden Tempo first, 25.5. Any of that information surprise you, Jose?
I don't know those numbers, but it's pretty amazing.
Sounds good to me. Jose, I got to ask you, because we talk about in Hong Kong, it's turf racing and the kickback's very low. Even on the dirt, it's low. What's the kickback like in the Kentucky Derby? And especially when you're so far back, is it easier on the horse having that gap where you were 18 lengths back off the last horse, where you don't have it hitting you as hard? Or
to be honest, I rode the whole race with one go-go, which it was amazing. I took 6 because I knew even the track was very, very good, that we have that hard of a kickback on Saturday. I took 6 because I knew it was going to be in the back, but I didn't anticipate I was going to be that far back. And it was surprisingly, I only rode the race with one go-go, which is pretty amazing.
Now I'm looking at my pictures. I'm trying to see, because I kind of vaguely remember you still had the thick stack on when you crossed the line.
Yeah,
just a little bit of plastic.
I had the plastic on, yeah. So I didn't even have to change that one, and that's my second one.
The plastic makes a huge difference, right? When you have the wrap on
it doesn't stick at all.
Interesting.
It's crazy. I mean, these ballets, they figured that out, or whoever did. It's great.
Because in Hong Kong, the guys ride the dirt with like the turf goggles, like the plastic ones with the sand screen, and then peel the sand screen. It's way different.
That. The face shield is just too big for me. I tried it, and not my thing.
It doesn't look that great either to me, as an aesthetic guy.
As long as it works, it's fine, but I don't feel comfortable with it.
There's a lot of great photos out there of your victory and everything. Have you had a chance to see a couple of Alex's photos, particularly this awesome one of you throwing the whip?
No, but I would love to see it because I throw the whip to my dad, which is pretty special.
Yeah, I got blocked by the guy. I saw him catch it. I didn't realize that was your dad. That was really cool. And another photo that I wish I had executed a little bit better on.
Yeah.
What did it mean to have your dad there with you as well, like that?
Huge. It means everything. He is the reason why we love horses. He wanted to be a jockey, but he couldn't, and I feel like he's living his dream through us, and he teaches us everything we know. Since we were little boys, he take us to a racetrack. We always had a whip in the hand, and he teaches us everything we know, everything.
So that's
He's
so
our
good.
biggest fan.
That's
He
incredible.
used to criticize everything, like he wants us to be perfect, but he was right most of the time.
Isn't that awesome? Gosh,
You're
how
getting choked up, bud.
how proud he must have been of you guys on Saturday afternoon. Wow.
Very proud. Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw a comment from you too, Jose, that you wished your grandfather could have been there to experience it as well.
Yeah, my grandfather on my mother's side, he passed away a few years ago, but he was a key person on how I was raised because obviously my mom and dad work, and basically I was raised by him. My grandma was around all the time because they used to live in the first floor, and my family live on the second floor. So I was there every day with them, and most of the days I wanted to I stay, I stayed downstairs with him, and he used to. My grandma and my grandpa, for some reason, they didn't sleep together. I think back in the old days, it was like that or something. I don't know, but they always sleep in separate rooms. So it was a good opportunity for me to sleep with my grandpa every day, and I took advantage of it, and I love him to death. It's one of He's the most important person in my life, and very thankful for him.
You get me choked up because I have a similar story. I spent all my time with my grandfather as a kid, going to the races,
Yeah,
and between my grandfather and my father, like I wouldn't be a part of racing without them. They were so influential. It's a really cool story.
yeah, yeah. It's unfortunately he's not here, but he's in a better place.
Yeah. I think a lot of us in this sport have been introduced to it or can thank our fathers or grandfathers for getting us into the sport in the first place. I know I certainly can as well. So no, it's just great hearing you talk about all that, Jose. Some news just as we started to record today too, that Golden Tempo won't be pushing on to the Preakness. What sort of conversation goes into making a big decision like that?
I'm not part of that. No, I talked to Sherry today. She let me know that she was keeping the Preakness, and I'm sure she got her reasons. Obviously, the horse always comes first, and it's last year Derby winners keep too, so it's a problem there. It's a industry problem, I think, and we gotta find a way as an industry to get these Derby winners to the Preakness.
Yeah, it might help with the visa bonus. Again, back in the day when I was a kid, they had the $4 million if you won the Triple Crown and $1 million if you had the most points, the top 3 finishes, something
Right.
like that, maybe.
Something like that might be helpful.
I thought that the two Japan horses ran really well in the
It
Derby.
did.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about them. Like, of course, Wonder Dean was there in maybe 8th. Danon Bourbon, who came through the Japan road to the Kentucky Derby, was 5th. You've ridden a UAE Derby winner before, plus Kerpafe back in 2019.
Yeah.
Who then went on to run 8th in the Kentucky Derby. Do you think that's a legitimate path, the UAE Derby into the Kentucky Derby? Like, will we see a winner complete that double one of these days, Jose, or is it just really taxing?
Not yet. I don't think
Yeah.
it's a good enough prep yet, honestly. I won it with Plus Parfait, and you could see he came here and he wasn't competitive enough on Group 1s. And yeah, it was nice. It would be nice to see Wonder Dean here and see if he's competitive in the Belmont or the Travers, but I don't know. it's kind of difficult too with the traveling the horses gotta make to get here. Is not easy. I mean, the traveling is not easy, and but I think they have to do some improvement on on their dirt horses. I think Dubai and Saudi, Europe, they got great turf horses,
Mm.
unbelievable. But Japan is in great path. They took a lot of mares from here, and they got a lot of good horses. So Japan is in great path. I think they're catching up quickly, very quickly.
Personally, to me, that travel coming from Dubai is so difficult. I actually liked Dan and Bourbon better just because he had an easier trip. They can train with the Japanese amenities. They're not out for so long. Like I heard, it's hard for their trainers to adapt sometimes to having the horses away from Japan for as long as Wonder Dean or Forever Young was even. But I think one day we're going to see them get a Derby. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. But
Yeah.
I think it needs some time. Obviously, get a Derby winner is not easy, but I think they will. Eventually, they will. It's just a matter of time, like you say. Probably sooner than we think.
Yeah. Well, they nearly did it a couple of years ago, I guess, with Forever Young. It was only
Forever Young he almost won it, and after that he proved he was a special horse, and he is a special horse. So I don't think it's many Forever Youngs around, but I think they are definitely on the right path, and their breeding is in the right path, and I think if you breed the right way, you're gonna get very nice horses.
Yeah.
Speaking of Forever Young, you gave an absolutely unbelievable ride on the front end in the Dubai World Cup, taking it to him and winning that one. You've had an incredible year, Jose. Like everywhere, front, back, turf, dirt. It doesn't matter. You're just riding at an amazing level here in the United States, and we love to see it.
Thank you. Yeah. We had a great day in Dubai, and I mean we have a great season so far in here. So hopefully we keep it going, and who knows, maybe we can win the Clips Award at the end of the year, which is the goal.
You have to be the early favorite. Surely, I was just counting up. You've got 11 graded stakes wins domestically so far, and then as Alex just mentioned, that Dubai World Cup win aboard Magnitude. What did it feel like to beat a horse like Forever Young in Dubai? That must have been awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's best horse in the world, obviously. That's no doubt. And but going into the race, I knew he ran us in Saudi the year before, and he didn't run so good in Dubai. So they took the similar path. I don't know if he don't like the track the same or something about it, but I know this year he had like an extra week, right? They moved the last year. It was probably too soon. So this year they say, oh, he had an extra week. But I still thought his race in Saudi was tough, and it's very hard for them horses to come from Japan to Saudi to Dubai, and it's a lot of traveling. I think his trainer is amazing. I like the guy. I don't speak to him, but I think he's amazing, and he has done an amazing job with that horse. Obviously, I don't know him. I don't know who he is or how many horses he got in Japan, but that's a very nice horse. But to beat him is amazing. But going into the race, I like my horse a lot, honestly. I thought I was very live.
Yoshito Yahagi is the trainer of Forever Young. You mentioned Forever Young's campaign the year before going from Saudi to Dubai. That race where the Hong Kong superstar Romantic Warrior was trying dirt for the first time and very nearly beat Forever Young in the Saudi Cup. What did you think of that race?
I think that was a great race. And I think Romantic Warrior is an unbelievable horse. To try there for the first time with the best horses in the world and get beat a nose. And I mean, that race could go either way. I think he passes, and Forever Young came back and he Foragen just keeps going. He never goes away. A horse don't go.
Yeah.
Even when he don't run his best race, he doesn't go away. He's just that good.
Yeah.
But Romantic Water tried, I think they took a big shot running him on the dirt. I mean, that dirt in Saudi is very, very nice, which I think it helped them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think they did the right thing on not going to Dubai, to the dirt. It went back to the turf, and the horse still winning. So it's beautiful to see those kind of horses. It's amazing.
Oh, for sure. So you know about Romantic Warrior, one Hong Kong superstar, and now you know about Ying Rising as well, don't you, Jose?
Yeah. I saw him the other day when he won.
The other day.
Is he a sprinter?
Yeah, 1,200, 6 furlongs.
He's very fast. He run by them like they were standing still.
No whip too. Eased down in 107 and 107.1.
Who rides him?
Zach Purton, the champion jockey in Hong Kong.
Okay.
He's really talented too. I'd love to see him ride in the United States with you guys.
No, yeah, I've seen Zach over there. Yes, I'm a big fan of Zach.
Likewise.
There was a bit of talk after the Breeders' Cup last year, Jose, that the connections of She's So Spicy wanted to take on Ying Rising in a match race. Now, I know you've been on She's So Spicy's back once before, probably this time last year, wasn't it? Around the Churchill Downs Kentucky Derby Festival. Do you have any opinion? She's so Spicy at her best versus Ying Rising at his best?
No. We'll never know.
The best answer possible.
I don't know. I mean, She's So Spicy connections are my friends, and it's two different kind of racing. So if they want to find out, make it happen. Yeah, but the way he looked the other day, he's amazing. That horse is amazing.
Yeah, he's unreal in person.
She's So Spicy is very nice too. So when he's at her best.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
Oh, it would be really fun. Yeah. But
I'm a big fan of in Japan, Christophe Lemaire.
Ah, yeah.
He's a good guy too. Really good rider. Really good guy.
Yeah. So speaking of, we had Christophe Lemaire at the IJC last year, didn't we, Alex? In the International Jockey Championship, it went at Happy Valley on a Wednesday. Umberto Rispoli rode in it last year. With your blessing, Jose, we want to start a campaign to get you invited to the International Jockeys Championship in Hong Kong in early December. Are you up for
it? Depends on the days, but it can make something happen. I think December maybe. Yeah, maybe we can do it.
Okay, it fits in really well.
I'd love to see you ride on that track at Happy Valley. You're so good on the turf and such good hands, and at handicap weights, I think you'd make an impact on it for sure.
Talk to my agent.
I will. I'm gonna start brokering deals. That's my side business outside of photography.
Okay.
We like to think that we were a small part of influencing to get Umberto Rispoli in last year's International Jockeys Championship. The reality is that Umberto rode in Hong Kong for a number of years, and everyone was very familiar. So we might have been responsible for about 0.5%. Do you think, Alex, of getting in there?
Yeah, it's like a micro share in My Racehorse. That's about how much I'm responsible for.
Shots fired.
All right, Jose, have you got anything left for the great man, Alex?
No, thank you for your time, Jose. I really appreciate it and love talking to you. Love watching you ride, and I love your enthusiasm when you cross the wire. You have fun out there, and it's fun to photograph.
I love what I do, and when you win those big ones, you got to celebrate them. It doesn't happen often, so
it's so hard, right? Like I tell people, it's the hardest thing to win a race, a maiden race, let alone a grade 1 at that level. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Jose. We really appreciate you coming on and having a chat. I'm kicking myself because I interviewed you for Twin Spires just after you worked Make Me King on the turf that morning, and we had a bit of a chat about Golden Tempo. I can't remember if it was on camera or off camera when we said or you said he's a sneaky chance or something like that with a big smile on
Yeah,
your face.
you got a sneaky chance.
Yeah.
I'm a live lunch chat.
Yes, yeah. And I said to myself then and there, I said, I'm going to go and put $10 on Golden Tempo, and I forgot. But anyway,
Oh,
not to worry. But hey, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. The campaign to get you to Hong Kong has officially begun. We look forward to seeing you.
It's May. We are planning time to make it right.
Yeah. We'll make sure the dates work for you. And yeah, congratulations again. It was what an awesome weekend. It was great to be able to be there at Churchill Downs and witness it all. Congratulations.
Thank you, mate.
So good to chat to Jose there. And Alex, it's our hope on this show to engage North Americans in Hong Kong racing. We do that by bringing in interesting guests from all around the world, not just Hong Kong jockeys and trainers. Sometimes if there's a big event, we'll bring in American jockeys as well and talk to them a little bit about Hong Kong racing. And we also hope that our fans in Hong Kong learn a thing or two about American racing.
Look, it's a global game, Brownie, and it's getting more global as we speak. It would be lovely to see Jose ride. Like I told him, it would be lovely to see him ride the IJC because he's so good on the turf. I mean, remember the Pizza Bianca ride from the Breeders' Cup? I'm not even going to go try to figure out how many weeks ago that one was. It was a while ago, but he's very patient, great hands, and again, strong on the turf. So it'd be fun to see him over there. I'd like to just, pump my own tires and think that we have a micro percentage in getting these guys over and just a hair of influence on what goes on in there, but I know we don't.
Yeah, we've got nothing. We try and claim
legend in my own mind. Yeah, legends of our own mind.
Umberto to IJC, but really he got there himself with his sheer brilliance and the fantastic season that he was having, and the fact that he's a Preakness winner. But yeah, anyway, maybe a little bit.
Anyway, let's find some winners, Brownie. I think we got to get back on the race. We got to find some winners here at Sha Tin.
It's time to take a look at the feature race at Sha Tin this weekend. And they're saving the best for last, Alex. Race 11 on the card is a Class 2 over 1,200 metres. That's about 6 furlongs. A few of these took on Ying Rising last out in the Sprint Cup, including number 1 Lucky With You, who was 4th in that race. Crimson Flash is looking for a 3rd straight win. Invincible Sage still chasing his first win of the season. Patch of Stars and Young Champion come out of the same race last out. Young Champion beating Patch of Stars on that occasion. Bulb General is 2 for 3 this season, and Hot Delight is undefeated in 3 starts. Looks very impressive. The all-important speed map on your screen. Alex, how are you lighting this candle?
I'm lighting it with the horse that I'm saying is my Classic Series horse next year, Hot Delight. He loses his main rider, Vincent Ho, because he can't make the weight of 115, but Harry Bentley is going to warm the saddle. He trialed really well when we were over there a few weeks back, even though it was on the dirt, but this is my horse. I think he's got a ton of talent. The lightweight is only going to benefit him, although he did drop barrier 11, but he's shown he can go back, he can go forward. He's pretty versatile at this young point in his career. I'm going to pair him up with Jamie Richards' horse, Bulb General, who gets another start under his belt, second up. And I'm going to go with Patch of Stars in there for 3rd, better barrier than Crimson Flash, but I could be between either of those horses. And then look, if it does rain, like last week, we weren't prepared for rain, but it poured and Beauty Eternal was the beneficiary of a wet track, which he loves. If it's raining and it's off, Invincible Sage is a must play. This horse needs soft ground. So if he does find it, you're looking at him, you see him, and the track is yielding, that's the horse you're gonna have to include in the ticket. But that's kind of where I'm going, Brownie. How are you thinking here?
Well, you've completely left out my top pick. Completely.
Well, that's good.
Completely left out Young Champion, who I thought was finishing nicely behind Crimson Flash last out, 3rd. Meets him 6 pounds better at the weights. Nicely drawn. A winner 2 back. So yeah, I've got Young Champion on top here. I think he can run a big race, especially if there's a bit of speed on up front. He'll be coming home nicely. Hot Delight, your top pick, has been very impressive. Has great gate speed too. Can overcome that wide post. He's certainly exciting and gets in light for his first attempt at Class 2. Progressive, big fan. But I'm going to try and get him beat with Young Champion. Patch of Stars, I think, is a horse that we both like as well. Going to have him to round out my trifecta. But I'm pretty keen on Young Champion. I think I'm going to get a price, and I think I'm also going to make him not so much my best bet on the card, but my best value selection on the card. Alex, do you have any other horses we should be looking out for at Sha Tin on the weekend?
Ooh, I'm going to go with another Francis horse here in race number 8. I'm going to go with Gold Patch. He's had a lot of consistency early up here. He does draw a bad barrier, but his barriers, he's drawn 11, 13, 11 in his first couple starts, and he's won from out there. But an up-and-coming type with Zach Purton, Pundo on aboard. So I'm going to keep a look at him when maybe take a look at Effortless Win and see what kind of tote action he's getting. Those Frankie Lore horses that he's had his own syndicate on have come over and started off hot, Salin S numbers. So I'll keep a look at the tote board for that. But look, this Sunday or Saturday night for us is going to be a test of our stamina if you can stay to the later races, Brownie. I know you're a sprinter. You're going to be down by race 1 or 2, but I'm a 3,200, 2,400 meter type. I'll stay till the end.
I tell you what, if I was East Coast, like I have been the last couple of weekends, I would be 0 chance of seeing the lid lifter. However, being back on the West Coast, which is often referred to as the best coast, I will be definitely tuning in for the first couple of races, and we'll see how long I can last. So, but it doesn't matter, because the great thing is you can put your bets on before you go to sleep and then watch the results when you wake up as well.
You can. I mean, it's a lot less fun to do that.
It is.
But it's like looking at the stock market after the day's closed. It's not as much fun as watching it go up and down.
No, but it's still fun. Okay?
It's still fun.
It's still fun.
I mean, it's better than no racing. Let's put it that way. No
exactly.
action.
The most
no action awful.
The most fun watching live. The second most fun, not knowing the results and watching afterwards.
Do you have a secret way to do that where you don't see the actual results? Like, do you cover one eye and try to we're the same. We're the same.
Doesn't always work, but and then I find the replay.
and don't look at the account balance on the ADW accounts to see if you're up or down. Never.
Great show, Alex. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for yours, Brownie. Lovely talking to you again. We've got a couple more weeks in the studio before we're back on the road for Belmont Stakes and Champion and Chater. So we'll see.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Looking forward to seeing what guests we can get on over the next few weeks as well. I'm thinking we're going to have to get Huey Bowman on.
We got to get Hugh Bowman on. He's a legend. He's just fun to talk to as well. Good dude.
Great dude. And he's had such a great year as well.
Really has. My Wish, Invincible Ibis. He's got a book of rides next year.
Yeah.
I mean, next season, he's got some more grade ones in the belt there.
He's flying. Love you, Huey. If you're watching, you're probably not. But thank you for everybody that is watching today's episode of the Hong Kong Racing Show. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed that awesome chat with Jose Ortiz after his incredible weekend last weekend, winning the Kentucky Derby and the Kentucky Oaks. And we will see you next week on the Hong Kong Racing Show. Over and out.